Okay, we're gonna get started. We got there's about two, three, four, five or six of us here, um, which is good. Like a little more, especially because we got push-ups to do. I need all the help we can get. All right, so let's. This won't be long. This will only be like a 10, 15-minute meeting most. We're just gonna go over the week a little bit more, and then make sure everyone is okay with the platform, the Training Till platform. If there are any specific questions that possibly I can answer, then we'll do that. Feel free to unmute yourself since there's just a small crowd of us. That way, if you have a question or something, you can just chime in. So, my wife's in this group, and so she's my go-to for scheduling. So I use her because if I go do it, it's all administrative stuff and it doesn't look anything like this. So it's a little confusing. So we're going to use hers because this is what you can see on your computer if you bring it up on a computer. Now, when we ask for the push-ups, what we're going to do is from Monday all the way till Sunday, 11:59 at night. We're going to count up all the push-ups that everybody has done, whether they're the, normal push-ups or the ones you did, especially if you were in grade school, they had you on your knees doing push-ups. You could do those too. Doesn't matter, just as long as we're getting push-ups in of some sort. But what we'll do is I'll go through each day, and if I see that there's athletes notes, whether it's a rest day or not, like today it just says rest or cross train, and you can just click and save and quit on the rest days, and it won't do anything. But the other days, if there's something you have to do, it'll ask you to write a comment. Now I'm bringing up Sean's Monday, but this was the workout for Monday. Now you see here it has the 3 tabs: videos, comments. Now your comments get put in already if you sync. It'll show your Strava or Garmin synced, and that's what it's showing here. It's showing her Garmin synced, on June 8th, gives you the time and all that stuff. But you see underneath, she did 15 push-ups, so she has typed in 15 push-ups, and I have commented over here on my side on the comments, okay? And if you have been in our groups before or know my wife and myself, my nickname for her is Little Bacon. So that's why I wrote that on there. It takes a lot for you if you want to be Little Bacon, so it might take some of you a little bit of time to get there. But anyway, the reason I commented that we aren't doing too well with our team because yesterday, and it was the first day, so people might not have known about it, there were 4 people, Sean and myself being 2 of them. So what we're encouraging is for our group to get out there every day, and if you can only do 3 or 4, every little bit helps, so we can move up in the ranks on the team scoring as we get through each week. Okay, so that's where you put it. You just put it right there in the comments, even on rest days. Like if I save and close it, if I go to her rest day, see if I can bring it up here. Okay, go to the comments, see she hasn't done anything. I'll be yelling at her after this meeting to get her push-ups in. So she would add her push-ups here, and then when she'll save it, if she saves it and closes it, it'll say AN for athletes notes up there in that corner like Mondays did. And then I will comment and give her a little CN coach's note. That's how you know if I've commented. And, you can check. I commented on everyone yesterday who did their workout, and just wanted to see how everyone's doing with all of that. So at any time, the main thing I really want to stress in this meeting is at any time, if you are confused about a workout, you're not sure about a workout, whatever the case may be, by all means, the easiest probably way to connect to me quickly is through the Training Till platform in our group. So, if you really have a pressing question, I don't even know what you guys, there it is. So if you really have a pressing question, you go to our group, and then you can ask me and I can try to help you out with that. Okay, I just want to make sure that everybody is getting looked after, because it's hard when we don't meet face to face. I'm not sure if people are getting all of it done or if something's confusing to you. So by all means, go there, throw a question at me, or email anytime. I check my emails pretty frequently. I'm also, or I'm retiring, but I'm also a teacher in Michigan. I teach right across the line in Bedford, for any of you that are in this area. So we're still in school. I literally have one more day tomorrow where I'm in school all day. Not all day, but a good chunk of it handing out yearbooks. So what I'll be doing is after that day, I'll definitely be looking more frequently than I already do, but I get back pretty quickly if you need some help. And the other thing with concerning help, um, if you're still having troubles with any part of training tilt, if I can't figure it out, the guy who runs the whole thing, Cam, like I said, he's based in New Zealand. He will get right back to us within a day or so, and he usually fixes it because he's pretty good at what he does. Um, so don't ever hesitate to figure this out, because this is all of our first go around with this, and the more we can work together and get through these things, the easiest thing it'll be. Now, lastly, because like I said, we don't have a ton to discuss today, I want to just make sure we're okay with the workouts for this week. So like I said, Monday, which was yesterday, you did a 30-second run and 2-minute walk 5 times. So that would have been, no, I'm looking at the wrong day. Thank you. There we go. 30-second run, 1-minute walk 8 times. So that would have been 12 minutes total of the workout. And then plus you do your 5-minute warm-up walk, 5-minute cool-down walk, then you got 22 minutes of the entire workout. So same thing for Thursday, except now we're doing distance. You're going to do a 30-second run, 1-minute walk for a whole mile, not just for 8 times. So you're going to keep doing that until you hit a mile. Don't count your 5-minute walk in that mile. The 5-minute walk is completely different. You do your 5-minute walk, and then the 1 mile of 30-second run, 1-minute walk starts. I know some people were, I heard a couple of people ask that or was talking about if the warm-up walk was in that. But no, those are separate. The workout is what's the main thing. 30-second run, 1-minute walk for 1 mile. And then the 5-minute warm-up walk, 5-minute warm-up, cool-down walk. Okay? Just want to make sure we're doing distance tomorrow, not just going off of let's say, a repetition number. And then the weekend, we have a 45-minute brisk walk. And then we also have rest on Sunday. Now, as we get going, as you can see, I'm going to put you over here now. As you can see, as we go through the weeks, that rest day on Sunday will disappear. Okay? So we have one more next week. So week 3, we'll still have 4 days, but then we move into 5 days. Okay? And I'll still keep that 5th day as a brisk walk for now. And then we will start slowly manipulating some of these other days into more running, maybe some more running and walking in there, but start switching over the walking to running more and more and more as we go through the plan. Okay? And that's, if you look at the overall plan, you can see that develop, how that gets kind of, turned over from just walking to little bits of running here and there. And you see that after week 4, now we come up to week, I'm just going to point this out to you real quickly. It's week 5, it looks like. So this week, if we looked at that, now you're going to start maybe on Wednesday, instead of that brisk walk, you're going to do a 5-minute warm-up walk, 5 minutes of just running, nice and easy running, and then 5-minute cool-down walk. Now you might not be at a 5-minute run yet, but we will get there. We still have 2 weeks to go. So I'm hoping by that time, doesn't matter how slow you're going in the run, as long as you're running, that pace switches over from a walk to a run. That's what we're looking for. There is no pace designations for easy. When it's a run, it's a run. Just moving those legs for the minutes that are asked or whatever we have available for there. Okay? And that would be, that's week 5. And then you can see how they begin to turn from less blue. Blue are the walking ones, and you can see how they begin to change to orange, which are the running ones. And there's still that walking one on the weekend. That's more to get those legs stretched and kind of moving, kind of flush the lactic acid and other things through the legs. Helps, that walk really helps. But then we start switching to just runs. Okay? But don't worry, we're still here. We still got our rest day next week. We're done this week here. We still have 3 rest days. Same thing here. Next week, we'll still have our 3 rest days. The walk gets up to 50 minutes. We still have 35 minutes. And then we'll add in 1 walk on the next week, the 5th week. We won't really get into, or the 4th week, I should say, sorry. Get my weeks messed up. But that would be the 4th week. One of my big proponents when I train people, when I do training programs, I only like to manipulate 1 variable at a time. I don't want to throw too many things at you at once. So next week, we up the running a little bit more, but don't do anything else. And then the following week, we stick with the running, going up a little, but we only add in a walking component. I'm not going to switch you over yet until the following week. Then we start doing a little bit more runs with the walking component. So I try not to, like I said, manipulate too many variables at one time during the week, because you're already getting 1 stressor added to your week with another run walk on week 4. So I don't want to do that by also adding in another run on Wednesday or increasing the 2 runs you're already doing, run walks you're already doing too much. It does increase a little. This will be a big one on Thursday the 25th. That will be more of now we'll bump up to 1.5 miles. Okay. But everything else will kind of stay the same with that walk added in. Any questions from all of you? All 7 of us. 6 or 7 of us. All right. I just want to make sure. And like I said, this is only going to be like a 10 or 15 minute meeting just to go over the schedule, remind you about those push-ups, and telling you to, one other thing I should mention, I failed to mention, it's getting hot, so hydrate. Please hydrate. I know it sounds gross, but your urine should be clear. That means you're hydrated, okay? If you got any yellow, it's probably darker. If it looks yellow in the bowl, it's probably darker coming out of you. So just water, water, water. Hydrate, please, because I ran earlier today. Today's not my rest day, but I ran earlier today. And I got through, but I was drenched by the time I was done, and I ran early. So it was hot today. So just be careful. If you're out there and you feel that heat just oppressing you and getting to you, don't be afraid to cut something off. Like, I don't know how hot it's going to be Thursday, but if it's going to be a hot day, you get 3/4 of a mile in and you've about had it, then call it 3/4 of a mile. Live to fight another day. We have 10 weeks of this. I don't want you, dying out on me on week 3 or 2 because of this heat. So, get used to it. Climatize yourself. It'll take a little time. All right. And if it gets really bad, if you have access to a treadmill, I've done it before too. There's nothing wrong with that. Just to escape the elements. People get on a treadmill for the freezing cold and snow. There's no difference between that and a 100-degree day to me. If it's freezing out and it's 100 out, it's the same type of effect. It'll mess you up. So just be careful. That's about it though. There's not a whole lot there right now. We're kind of getting into the next month or so is just going to be grinding these days and trying to stay accountable and trying to stay positive. And that's what we're here for, is to keep you accountable and keep you moving. So we'll be doing that frequently and checking in. Okay. Yeah. All right. I won't keep you longer. I know I missed our dinner date tonight because we had a Zoom meeting. So I got to take her out Thursday now, or she'll get me. She'll get me later. All right. So we'll see you. Get your runs in. Get those push-ups in. I'll be looking at your days whenever I see the AN on the rest days. I'll make sure to check those too. But I'll be checking in on your workout days Monday and Thursday and seeing how those went. All right? All right. Until Sunday, get after it. We'll see you then.